Hi there. This week I'm going to have a look at the horse industry and the concept of social license. This week I attended a talk by an industry body here in South Australia called Horse SA. They're terrific, and the concept of social license was brought up in this discussion and it fascinated me, so I've had a little bit more of a look into it, and I'd really like to share with you some of the thoughts around this and why some of the things that I've been discussing prior is so very important to the horse industry and our sport and its survival. Through this age of the internet, the horse-human interaction has such a broader and wider audience than it ever has before. People who are even far removed from the equine industry are having a voice about welfare issues that they may perceive is occurring within the horse industry. And this has far and wide implications as their reach is much bigger than it was before. Social license is the concept of social approval or social public acceptance of our industry, including the trust that it will take care of any welfare issues. A perceived threat to animal welfare can really trigger a public outrage. And the fact is that if our sport has the acceptance of the public and the social community watching, it will continue. And if not, well, we really don't want to find out. And this is the concept of a social license. These days, we really are subject to increased scrutiny from people that are outside of our sport. So what do we need to do? Well, we actually need to adapt. Are there things we can do? Yes, there are. The good news is the primary stakeholder in this is actually the horse. If we continue to ignore this social license perspective and the welfare concerns it raises, then the public will begin to question horse ownership and sport as a whole. The hard bit about that is we actually really need to question ourselves, and are we doing all of the things possible to make the care and welfare of our horses at the optimum? As a bit of a refresher, have a look back at my 5 Freedoms video, which talks about the initial models in reference to animal welfare. Going through those 5 freedoms, it really does give a few hints and maybe question you about how you are managing your horses and doesn't match these. So there's an evolution of the 5 freedom model, and this is called the 5 domain model. This is being researched and built currently by some very knowledgeable experts. And by looking at this, there are ways you can look to improve your own horse's welfare and care. And they define the difference between these quite well, but give some great ideas to make sure these concerns are being addressed. The 5 domain model identifies the difference between care and welfare, and also gives more information on some of the things in your horse's environment that can be positive experience or negative experiences. The responsibility for social license lies fair and squarely on the shoulders of every person who is responsible for a horse or a group of horses. We need to question ourselves here, and we need to own this social license. We need to do this to safeguard our sport, but not only that, our ultimate partners, the horse. Addressing all these needs is going to see a happier, more well-adjusted and healthier horse in your paddock. Thanks for listening. And as an industry, let's lift. Let's care about these horses, their enrichment, their environment, and everybody. Just ask yourself the question, are you doing the best that you can? Don't forget to like the video by clicking the thumbs up below. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks, see ya.